Well, welcome to this edition of Meet City Hall, and joining me on set today is our Conference Center Director, Jennifer Johnson.
Very good.
She was wondering if I was going to get that correct, but recently married.
Recently married.
And how many years as Conference Center Director and with the services there with the City of Douglasville?
Yeah, I just started my 15th year.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, just started my 15th year. So September it'll be 15 years. And of course I opened the older Conference Center on Church Street and then the newer Conference Center almost 2.5 years ago now. So we just started our 3rd year with the Conference Center.
My goodness, you've seen some changes then.
Yes, lots of changes.
Yeah. Well, speaking of changes then, so what would you see or say moving from, you said you opened the first original Conference Center. Kind of walk us through a little bit of memory lane on that.
Yes. The older Conference Center was a little bit smaller than we have now. It only sat about 200 people and only had the one meeting room. So we were very limited on what we could have at the facility. It was very tight. It was great events though for the 12 years that we had it. It was great events, great times, but we just outgrew it and we needed more space. But we had lots of weddings there, meetings, lots of city events. So it was a really good venue to have.
And when you say we, you're talking about the community itself.
Exactly.
Is really what outgrew those facilities.
Right, it really did. The community did outgrow it. They used it for everything, baby showers, like I said, weddings, just different things. And we really had the need for a bigger space.
And so the direction there was to build the Conference Center. And so let's talk about that transition and how that has come about. You said you're entering your 3rd year now?
Yes, so we opened in January of 2013, and of course we had a grand opening in January, and then I think our first event was that first March, like beginning of March. And ever since then, it's been event after event in the last 2.5 years. So it's gotten very busy, very successful, and each year it grows and grows more.
And give our audience an idea, what's kind of been the change or the focus now of the rental and the usage of the new Conference Center with the larger space?
Yeah, I think with the new Conference Center, the larger space, we have Proof of the Pudding as our catering service, which has been wonderful. We have a chef on the property with us that can make any menu you'd like or design a menu for you. So I think that's made a big difference. So you can kind of do one-stop shop at the Conference Center, have your event, have your food freshly prepared for you there. And of course, the space is having the large space. We can seat up to 500 people. So
nice.
That's a large space that not everybody has in the area. So it's, helped the community and outside the community a lot.
And I find it's interesting. You say 3 years into this now, but I bet on a regular basis you still have people walking in going,
yes.
Wow, I didn't know this was in downtown Douglasville.
It's constantly people still learning about us. A lot of people know about us, but people still learning that we're there. And people come to our community and come visit us and take tours and see the facility that, from outside in Metro Atlanta or different areas of Metro Atlanta. So.
And that's one of your clientele that you're looking to service with this facility is like maybe large businesses, corporations that are looking to host a seminar or maybe their annual convention or conference, that type of thing. Yes. How do you go about securing those businesses? Right,
so we do a lot of different marketing things for the Conference Center. We might go to different shows to promote the Conference Center, to meeting planners. We go to bridal shows. We're in different magazines. We have a commercial that we run throughout Metro Atlanta, just different things to market the Conference Center. And then of course the CVB, the Convention Visitors Bureau, helps us out too, marketing the Conference Center. So just different things, get the word out there.
And Chantal Francois, our Executive Director of the CVB, I guess she does a lot of efforts on her end because her job is to make Douglasville a destination for people.
Right, exactly.
So reaching into those markets of the business world for the conferences, that type of thing.
Yes.
Now, I think over the course of 3 years, you've developed some repeat clientele, so to speak, as well, in those areas as well. Who are some of those? Are you allowed to tell us who some of those vendors are? And
of course, this week we have a conference in-house, Tanda Canyon Ministry. She comes, her event is every year and has a conference every year with us. It's 3 days. We have clients like U.S. Foods, Gordon Foods, Standard Enzymes out of Bremen has their conference with us every year. There's several more, I'm sure, but just different businesses throughout Douglas County.
Okay. And the local community businesses and events utilize it as well.
Yes, lots of local businesses and things like that use the facility quite a bit, actually.
And I don't know why this popped in my head, because here we are coming up on spring, but this year we moved the Christmas tree to the conference center.
Yeah, we did.
Really nice large Christmas outdoor event there, the lighting of the tree, that was gorgeous. Complementing, I believe, the exterior of the building for the season.
It looked really nice out there. I thought it looked really good. So hopefully they'll keep it there, and it's really pretty, very pretty.
All right, well, running an operation like that probably takes a lot of hands on deck. So kind of run through your staff for us. Give us an idea of who you have on board and kind of the areas that maybe they help you handle.
Yeah, so I'm the director of the facility, director of operations, and then I have a sales coordinator, Samantha Rosado, who does kind of my right-hand person, will help me with things that I need done, but also she helps me with sales, goes to different things that she needs to go to help promote the conference center, takes tours with customers, talks to customers. And then, of course, I have people that are going to run the facility. So we have Carlos Underwood, who's the supervisor of the building, who will make sure that the events are set up, things are clean, things are painted, the conference center just looks, top notch. Yeah. And then, of course, he has staff under him. Larry Flynn's been with the city, I think he's at 19 years now.
Larry's been around.
He's been around a long time. So him and Justin Cannon are full-time people, and then we have a couple part-time people. Josie Whited, she's still full-time. She does the front desk, and everybody loves her when she comes in. And then, of course, a couple part-time people that help out with setting up events. So make sure the tables are set up, the chairs are set up, dance floor. Just make sure that the event's ready to go for the customer.
Well, there's a lot of physical labor that takes place to, and you guys do a great job of what they call flipping the room, so to speak, from event to event.
Right. We can do 2, 3, 4 events in one day. So they'll flip a room. They'll do different rooms. They might have. We have an event coming up next week where we have about 350 kids coming in for like an etiquette class next Tuesday.
Oh, neat.
And then we'll have 2 or 3 meetings that night that they'll have to flip over for. So there's different things that we have. Yeah.
You have to accommodate the scheduling of all these events from, I guess, opening early morning to even late night events as well.
Yep. We'll do 7 days a week. We'll do 7 days a week and pretty much daytime, evening, really any time that you want to have your event.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's also an area of the conference center that people don't seem to know is there as well, is the auditorium. Yes. Tell us about that space and some of how it's being utilized.
Yeah, the auditorium seats about 150 people. It doesn't have a stage in it, but it's a very level floor, so you could do some staging in there. We've used it for several church events, like the conference we have in-house. They're using it for a lecture hall.
Okay.
We've even had a couple wedding ceremonies in there, so it's pretty...
It is gorgeous.
Yeah, you can do some different things in there.
It could be used for theatrical.
Yep, we've done a poetry thing, like a little evening poetry event in there. And then I think we had a very small concert in there, just a very small singing concert in there.
And then, of course, on a regular basis, mayor and council.
Also have council meetings in there, yes.
They use those facilities.
Yep.
Also, a nice boardroom.
Yes.
Tell about the boardroom.
Yeah, we
maybe there's some businesses that are looking just to hold some small regular meetings or...
Yeah, and that can seat up to about 20 people. Beautiful long wood table with the leather chairs, AV equipped. It's a really nice business meeting room if you want to have a small meeting.
So maybe businesses are bringing in some clients or some potential type, and they're looking for a space to let's use the word impress them.
Yes.
So
yeah,
they could do
definitely
that at the
impress
boardroom.
them. Yeah, it's a gorgeous room.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be a good room.
And then one of the greatest features I think that the conference center and the decision that was made as it was being built was the parking deck. Tell us about the parking deck.
Yeah, so the parking deck is pretty much attached to the conference center, has 300 spaces, and it is free.
Yes.
A lot of people ask about that. It is free parking. So it's definitely a great asset to the city of Douglasville downtown, but also for the conference center.
Oh, definitely.
So you can, have a big event and not have to worry about parking.
Yeah, it's you can come back from lunch. Yes. And your space is gone.
Yes, definitely.
That's I think an attribute to probably the, if you would, the calendar load of events that you guys are scheduling.
Yes, and people will ask us, what's the parking like? Do we have enough parking? How many spaces do you have? So it's a big question when people rent the conference center.
All right, so it's a excuse me, an amenity that affords probably some decisions when people are looking to hold their conferences here.
Yep. Definitely.
And of course, like you said, it accentuates the downtown very well and helps accommodate businesses and the downtown flow of traffic for parking.
Helps the restaurants downtown. It's a really good thing to have.
So you guys are a good neighbor.
Good neighbor.
Good neighbor.
Very good
Right.
neighbor, yes. Definitely.
Okay. Well, with the conference center, tell us about the scheduling that you've got. How far out are you booking events?
Yeah, we're already booking 2017. I actually booked a wedding yesterday for 2017. A lot of conferences will already book for next year or even the year out. So we do small to mid-sized conferences that they'll book. I know I've already booked October for next year for a conference and then already March for a conference. So they book a good year, definitely a good year out. So our wedding season's about to start. March 12th is our first wedding. And like I said, we have several lunches and meetings coming up during the week in the next several weeks.
All righty.
Yep.
Well, I know you just recently, when you're mentioning wedding season, you guys just hosted the Behind the Veil wedding
Bridal show?
bridal
We
show.
did,
Yes.
Very successful. It was a really nice day. I think we had over, I know we had about 150 attendees with about 80 brides.
Okay.
So it was a really good day. I think we got lots of good people to see the conference center, and then also the brides got to get information about the conference center and also different vendors, photographers, event planners. There was all kinds of people there to help them with their wedding.
Trying to help them get a jump start.
Yes.
Putting it all together.
Yeah.
Well, if there's someone in the local community or there's a business that maybe has run across this program, how can people find out best about the conference center? Information.
Information on the conference center, probably there's several things now, especially with social media, but our website, visit Douglasville.com, and then also our Facebook page. We try to put every event on Facebook, our Twitter account at Douglasville CC, and then we have an Instagram also. So lots of places you can go look at pictures and information.
Social media, website.
Social media.
And then of course if they want to just make a phone call as well.
Yes.
Got the number in mind?
Yes.
Okay.
You can give it out.
Sure.
Okay, 678-715-6094.
All right.
Yeah, that's the direct number. And if they just want to walk in, they can come in for a tour.
You know, I see a lot of people doing that. And in fact, myself, I've had different people, and you guys are very gracious. We can pick up the phone and say, hey, got somebody that wants to see the place.
Yeah.
You guys are always accommodating to give a quick tour right there on the spot.
Yeah, so we're usually there till 5 every day, so there's always somebody at the desk that can, if a salesperson can't help them, there's always somebody there that can help them until, we leave at 5 o'clock.
Okay. Well, anything else about the conference center? Your staff or direction, goals, vision you might have?
Just all of that. I mean, everything. We're growing, we're busy. The conference center's doing great, some great events. And my staff were a great team, so every day we say that. So we're just excited. We're excited for this year and then, of course, 2017 and beyond.
All right. Well, if I haven't worked it into my interviews, what I like to kind of do is ask a question of my guest. If there's something interesting about yourself and a little bit personal that you might would want to share to let people know a little bit more about Jennifer, the conference center director.
I don't know. I think like you started with, I just got married.
Okay.
I've added some step kids, and we have a bigger house, bigger family. So I think as an only child, that's been a little bit of adjustment, but I wouldn't change it for the world. So kind of, I guess, a new life have just started for me, and it's going really well. So. But, yeah.
Well, if I may say, it looks good on you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes. So I've seen a big smile and just a kind of a glow that things are going good.
Yes, everything's going good.
That's great. Yeah. Personal life as well as the conference center and things going good.
Going really good.
All
Very
right.
good.
Well, Jennifer, thank you for being our guest.
Thank you.
And we'll have you back again soon.
Okay.
All righty.
Thank you.
And to our viewing audience, thank you for watching this edition of Meet City Hall.